Scorpio.
Hello Scorpio, this is your February forecast for 2017, and this month starts out with this Sun's transit through your fourth house. That has to do with you, your family, your foundation. It is who you are on the inside. It's your past. Right now, it's you wanting to look at your home and family foundation. This could even include your residence. Where do you want to go with it? Do you want to change things up? The sun will look at your home with different eyes, because the rest of the year you're focused in other directions, but right now you're looking at your home. Do you want to change it up? Maybe paint new colors on the wall, rearrange the furniture, buy new property, that kind of thing. And once Mercury gets into this area too, which will come in on the 7th, he will join the sun, and then we're now talking, maybe negotiating, maybe signing contracts for a new home, or a piece of furniture, or whatever the deal is, or could also just be important communications here with family members or parents, which the fourth house also rules. But you can see that this is going to be the main area for you. But then we have other game changers here this month as well. Jupiter, which has really been working in your 12th house, will now go retrograde. It will take place from February 6th to June 10th. So this is the ancient ruler of the 12th house. So Jupiter is comfortable here. You may not feel it to a large degree, because when it's in the 12th house, it's already working more on the subtle fronts of your consciousness, not like when she's out in the other 11 houses. So she's already kind of like toned down a little bit. So when she retrogrades, you might not feel the main difference of it. But there you have it. We also have two eclipses this month. We have a lunar eclipse February 11th. We have the solar eclipse February 26th. Now you will see up here I'm attaching a video specifically just for the eclipses, so you can get more information on what they will do for you. But it is definitely going to change things up speed-wise. Okay, this is a month with endings. It's also a month with beginnings, right? So more on that later. If you are planning to have some important talks, top of the month, February, I would say it's not the best time. I mean, you can absolutely communicate, right? Get it out there, but you might not get the gehör that you want from it. Meaning, somebody isn't really listening or taking it in. There's something there that's going to be a little bit either discussed or looked into. That's okay. Don't let it go, because the rest of the month is really opening up not just windows but portals for you. On the 3rd, we have Venus, which has now in January been cruising here through your 5th house. Must have been a good month, a joyous month, more time spent with your children, pursuing those things that you're passionate about, your hobbies and so forth. Even love and romance might have been beautiful for you there in January, but from the 3rd onwards, Venus will now move into the 6th house. This has to do with your coworkers, has to do with your day-to-day routine. So Venus is going to be asking you and bringing up all those feelings of, how do I want my daily routine to look like? It's time to clean it up, right? So it can function for you in a happy, joyous, harmonious way. That's what Venus does, brings always that touch of love to anything she brings to the table. But Mars has already been there. He's already in your 6th house as we start off February. And super strong too, let me tell you though. It's like a power washer. Not only is Mars feisty, fireful, but it's in the sign of Aries, in which it rules. So it's supercharged. He is really wanting to clear things up, saying this is it, and think about the eclipses that we have, where we're letting go of things, right? Which just adds layer upon layers of what we're going to be experiencing this month. So when he powers out, Venus is coming in, giving it all those beautiful little touches, right? What she wants to see in your daily routine. And we're not just talking this month, Scorpio. This is the month where you're going to be working on these issues. But let me tell you though, Mars won't come back for 2 years. So whatever you're changing up right now, it's going to be with you for the next 2 years. So this is why you want to use the energy here and now so that you can benefit from it for a longer period. Venus won't be around either to give it that special little kiss before next year. So she's going to make sure that your daily routine can feel positive, harmonious, and happy, all right? Now, 6th house also has to do with health. We might have a health check or just at least feel where we're at physically. Do we need to change up the way we eat, diet, that kind of thing? If so, well, you've got the power of these 2 planets to help you. Now, look at that. Jupiter, I did say, is retrograde. Saturn is in your 2nd house, has been there for a year, will still be here for a while. And so you're looking at your financial structure. How can you benefit from the money you make? How can you grow that money that you make? How have you been spending it? You need to hold back. Saturn's really doing a great task for you because laying the grounds here now until he moves into Capricorn, which will be at the end of the year, 2017. Then he won't be back for 28 years. So major choices and changes this year, 2017, can be super important for the long term in your future. So think finances, Scorpio. It will definitely come to help you down the road. So as we start off the month, yes, communications might be a little bit difficult, but then after the 3rd, things are really going to start increasing, moving forward. We have the 9th through the 16th, just a lot of back-to-back occurrences. There is good surprises, helpful people, unexpected situations that might just come join the table. We have lovely communications with our loved ones. There might be new love for those of you who might be single out there, Scorpio. 9th, 10th, and 11th, don't sit at home. This is a great time for you to socialize and maybe meet that new person that you've been looking for. I feel that not only are you charismatic, but you got the power of gab with you. Your communication is just so interesting and compelling, and you're open, you're deep, you're different. And I feel that the universe is with you to really want to bestow upon you a gift that you have been meditating or praying about. That's that Jupiter in your 12th house. You've had some dreams there that you've really been wanting to manifest. On the 11th, I feel that that dream can come down and base itself in reality, where you could maybe buy a new piece of furniture, you might buy a new home, right? Or you could feel that there's blessings from your parents as well coming in, but you have support now to start fulfilling that dream. Financially too, if you're needing to give any kind of financial documents, reports, Saturn is making it real and strong and substantial. On the 16th, you might have some feedback on it, which is really just like the key in the door, opening up situations for you. And it's also you taking on action. So very positive days. On the 18th, we have the sun moving into Pisces, which for you is your 5th house. Now, Venus was there having fun in January. Now the sun is moving into this area, allowing you to have some, I won't just say downtime, that's more like the 12th house, but time apart from just work and daily routine, where you're thinking you want to express yourself, have some fun, spend extra time on your hobbies. This is really a time for self-expression, love, joy, laughter, and romance, right? So great time for you this whole entire month coming up while the sun is moving through this area. The sun will also be meeting up with Neptune next month. And that is a pivotal point of reaching something inspirational and you expressing something inspirational. Neptune is also your dream, but more on that next month. So I don't give it all away here, but this is what you're going to be sensing throughout February as the sun will be coming up to this pivotal point in March. Then we have on the 21st, more good news. See how Mercury's just playing a major role this month, really piling up with all these great transits. And this is a phone call, this is an email or in text. It could be a document too, which I feel will just shift everything, put it into new perspectives, new beginnings. It's really brimming with a lot of beautiful energy. Mercury will also be with Jupiter on the 21st. So circle this day in for just change, good change, new beginnings. For those of you starting a new job, what a way to start a new job, because the signature will linger for years on end. All of these aspects are just trigger points for right now. Those of you getting married at this time, good energy for it too. With the exception of the 22nd though, that is Mars and Pluto squaring off on each other. Now when they're conjunct, yes, they can move mountains, but when they're head on like this, it could be some nasty energy because it's all that energy pent up release. And when that comes out, I mean, that is what blows volcanoes, all right? If you've been resentful and holding your emotions back for a while, it may not show on the surface, right? But it's all in here. Trust me, this is a day it can come out in you or somebody else around you. This is a global effect. We're all going to be feeling it, that we're just very short-fused, short-tempered, and just be careful on the highways that you're not speeding. And I say that only because Mars is in Aries, and that's always full speed. And Pluto represents and rules the police, so we don't want to end up with a ticket, all right? On the 22nd, give or take a day or two beyond it as well. That's when it's exact. Then, of course, we have more Mercury coming in with security, contracts. This is you financially, again, having to look at expenses as far as your home. I feel this is expenses you want to have. This is expenses that you might be taking on because why? Because you can or you want to. So it's security mattered. So it's not just money out the window. I feel this could definitely be investments, for example. So whether that means new pieces of furniture or upgrading or buying a property, great time Scorpio for you doing this right now. Mercury will move into Pisces on the 25th. That is into your 5th house, and so now he'll join the sun, and this is more fun time. This is bringing you into the month of March. The sun and Mercury both will be there, and they're in your sister sign, right? So a harmonious way to end the month and start March. And on the 27th, we've already had this solar eclipse there on the 26th. So the 27th, when we have solar eclipses, it really opens up new doors, new beginnings, right? And how is it beginning? Well, already that next day, Mars and Uranus, they're conjunct. It happens once every 2 years. Mars being action and Uranus being that wild card full of surprises. It should be a good one when it is conjunct. And for you here, this will be absolutely a surge of energy that will power up Mars, and Mars will carry that with it, with this new infusion for its turn over the next couple of years. But there is also decisions at the very end of the month. That is Mars and Jupiter, and that's between your day-to-day routine, what you're giving out as far as energy. Time-wise, you might feel like you're very busy, which you will be. It is a busy month. Venus, Mars, both in your 6th house, right? Getting everything arranged. But then the opposition to Jupiter in your 12th house, Jupiter might just say, hey, listen, I need some time off to myself. The 12th house, that's where Jupiter is. It wants to have that little time to meditate and just slow things down a little bit, and not be out in the hectic world. So some changes coming up there at the very end of the month. So this is what I have for you, Scorpio. You can see it's going to be a fascinating month. You might now want to go and click on that solar eclipse video just to see now, especially what it's going to be doing for you, and I'll see you in March. I know.